What's up, JetNation? This is GreenBean hanging out in Orlando, Florida, and we're going to get into the rumor season when I return. Again, this is GreenBean, and I got to tell you, if you're looking to talk Jets football, the JetNation.com forums are bursting at the seams. 30,000 million posts a day or something like that. But legitimately, thousands of threads, thousands of posters, all the latest news, all the latest tweets, all the latest rumors, everything is happening in one place. If you haven't been to JetNation.com, you need to get over there. It's going to blow your mind. It's the best. You can also find me on social media, Instagram, GreenBean the Jets fan, Twitter, Being the Jets fan, and my new YouTube channel, which is where the podcast lives in our Monday night 10 o'clock mocks, GreenBean Jets fan. 2 words on YouTube, GreenBean Jets fan. Get over there Monday night. It's the best. Okay, so let's get into it. This, as we all know, is rumor season. And this is already not disappointing. The rumors are flying all over the place. But what we do know, let's look at some facts going into this. What we do know is that we lost Adam Gase as our head coach. We are family. So that's happy, except for Sarr. Of course, he's other than happy. Let's just say it like that. So, but most Jets fans knew this was coming from pretty much the minute that it happened. As soon as we heard Adam Gase was getting hired, it's funny that tweet came out and said, "Look at the Jets getting a jump on tanking for Trevor," and it's just funny how that all unplayed. But we knew it. We all rooted for him. We all wanted him to succeed, of course, but he didn't. And then toward the end of the season, we all knew, but we're afraid. We were a little scared. We were a little tenuous in our hope that Adam Gase would be fired. But he is, in fact, no longer the head coach of the New York Jets, and that is a fact. Another thing that we know is that Joe Douglas spoke to the media and was also on the Boomer and Geo show, and we got a couple tidbits from that as well. Guys that are getting all wrapped up in the specific words, I want to remind you, Joe Douglas is a professional. Joe Douglas knows what he is doing, knows how to say it. He takes it on himself. All the blame, it's me, it's us. Win as a team, lose as a team, all that sort of stuff. He's rarely going to slip and give us anything really meaty to chew on, okay? So we got to remember that. Let's look back for a comparison to his mid-season press conference. He was asked directly, "Do you think Adam Gase is a part of the solution?" And he went like this. Yes. So I don't know who was staring at him or whatever. Somebody had a fucking gun to his face or something. But that's what he says. Don't forget he said, Jamal, we want Jamal to be a Jet for life. All that sort of stuff. And we know what happened. Both Jamal Adams and Adam Gase are no longer with the Jets. It's not lying. I saw somebody say Adam Gase or Joe Douglas is a liar. He's lying to us. Blah, blah, blah. Guys, this is the way that it goes, okay? Joe Douglas is not going to show his hand. When he's asked questions about, hey, what are you holding in your hand? He's not going to tell you. He's going to give you an answer, but he's not going to tell you what's in his hand because then it blows the game. You understand? Is every poker player a liar and all that? So he spoke to the media, and he was asked a couple things. One, is Sam Darnold going to be with us this year, in 2021? And what did he say? He was highly complimentary. Said Sam Darnold's a great guy, had a great conversation with him. He's going to have a bright future. We still believe in him. So that doesn't answer the question. It says, hey, I like him. How do you not like Sam Darnold? When asked about the Adam Gase firing, what did he do? He took it on himself. I needed to play better. I didn't play well enough to keep him. I feel like this kid's like, he's got trauma. He's like a battered child in an abusive family. He thinks it's his fault that his parents split up and all that sort of. I feel terrible for him. I really do. But the rumor is that the Jets are going to trade him. Adam Schefter said there is a blockbuster trade on deck for the Jets. I mean, who could... these vague reports. It's like, something's going to happen. Yeah, I'm sure something is going to happen. But the rumor, people are making up what they think the rumor is, and it's the one that's kind of popping out of the smoke here is that Sam Darnold is going to be traded. I say that's probably not too far out of the realm of possibility. Now there are options. We can go with the Colts. We can go with the Steelers. We can go with the Niners. We can go with the Saints. It all makes perfect sense, right? Or maybe even the Texans. That's another rumor that we're hearing. Deshaun Watson. It bubbled out that Deshaun Watson may or may not be happy in Texas. And that also pertains to J.J. Watt. So in the event they have a disgruntled quarterback and they're $40 million over the cap, they don't have a first or second round pick, maybe, just maybe, there's some way to sneak in there and get Deshaun Watson, which I would be in favor of, as long as it's not to get, giving up our first round picks and all those things. You can give them one, but I would hate to see that happen, but maybe something with Sam Darnold, and a first or something like that to get Deshaun Watson. That's one of the rumors coming out with absolutely zero foundation. And that's the fun part about this season. We're doing mock drafts. McShay came out and said that he thinks that the Jets are going to trade back. And the whole thing, is it McVay or McShay? No, McShay, of course. Come on. So as we know, there is a connection between McShay and Joe Douglas. It's been said that they're very, very close, borderline best friends. So they went to the University of Richmond together, played on the Richmond Spiders. So we know that their relationship came out of there, and they've remained friends the entire time. And we don't know how close they are, but they are friends. So he uses that a lot. My relationship with Joe Douglas leads me to believe this. And people bite it because he's got the history with Joe Douglas. It makes sense. But so he's convinced that the Jets are going to trade out of 2, even though in his latest mock, he didn't trade. He actually had the Jets taking Penei Sewell, but said, that was just his mock, but he actually thinks the Jets are going to trade out of 2. So what would that lead us to believe? Would that mean that we're riding with Sam Darnold? Would that mean that we are going to take a later quarterback, maybe Hope Wilson slides, or maybe a Mac Jones, or a Kyle Trask, or maybe even Trey Lance, right? Or how about Jamie Newman? I've been looking at him a little bit. I like that guy a little bit more than people are talking about him. I think he's going to rise during the combine and such. That all said, we don't know, right? We don't know. But it would be interesting if there was some sort of trade. If he's talking about the Jets trading out of 2, and Schefter's talking about a blockbuster trade, and we're talking about Sam Darnold and the little bubbles out of Texas that Deshaun Watson is unhappy there, and they're in a hole. Which coach is going to come down there, $40 million over the cap, disgruntled quarterback, disgruntled legendary Hall of Fame style defensive lineman, and no first or second round pick this year for grabbing Larry Tunsil, as we know. So there's possibilities there. Now, I got kind of beaten up on the Jets panel over at Jets Talk 24/7 the other day. I think Matt O'Leary said, I love you, but you're insane. And Ryan over there, blah, 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 on our JetNation forum said, you're out of your goddamn mind, GreenBean. So maybe I am, but I think there's something there. But again, we don't know. So this is the fun time of year, man. What I will advise you is not to get too attached to anything. It's all smoke and mirrors. They have to make people think one thing so they can do another. They have to make people think that thing so they can do this. That's what's going on right now. We don't know anything. And Joe Douglas is as good as it gets with not telling anything before it actually happens. He does not tip his hand, so don't read into it. Don't read into anything that you're seeing from him. It's just not coming. You can try to make stuff out of it, make up stories, and that's fine. That's what we're going to do this year. But please try not to get your emotions wrapped up in that's some bullshit, blah, blah, blah. It's just not worth it, Jets fans. So the other thing, Boomer and Gio were talking to Joe Douglas about Bill Cowher. And Joe Douglas said, I don't even know who that is, basically. I don't know, Bill Cowher who? And Boomer offered to bring Bill Cowher to the facility to at least pick his brain on some stuff. He's a incredible football mind and all that sort of stuff. So Joe Douglas said, oh, that sounds interesting. We'll keep our options open and all that sort of stuff. So even with that, he didn't even say, sure, I like Bill Cowher. Nothing. He pretended not even to really know. I don't know. I've never spoken to him. I don't know what that is. And, you know? So Joe Douglas is not going to give us anything, guys. Now, Chris Johnson, he may slip up because he's a little bit stupid as far as knowing what to say, and he always wants to look and sound prophetic, intelligent. He always wants to sound good. So who knows? Maybe they get something out of there. But guys, it's a good time of year. If you haven't picked up on the reading between the lines, I talk about it in great detail on my most recent episode of the GreenBean's Jets pod. Those statements that were put out about entertaining the idea of a new hierarchy. Joe Douglas is the GM we've been hoping for, all that sort of stuff, but the Johnsons got to have final say. What that means is they got to sign the check. That's all it means. Joe Douglas, thankfully, is in charge, and we finally have a legitimate general manager. We don't have to like every single thing he does, guys. It's not going to be perfect, and he's new at it. So we got to take the bumps. But if you haven't picked up that he at least knows what he's doing, knows how to navigate the draft, knows how to make trades, he's come out on top of every single trade that he's done. Okay? If you haven't picked up on that, then you're not watching. You don't have to love all of his moves, but he knows how and what to do. Okay? And that's the good news, because the Johnsons finally realize we got a guy. Let's keep him. Let's give him the power he needs. So take solace in that. But again, don't buy into anything you're hearing. Today it'll be Justin Fields. Tomorrow it'll be Zach Wilson. Then out of nowhere, the Jets are in love with Jamar Chase. They're willing to override the quarterback, or they want to trade for Phillip Rivers, or whatever it is. It's going to happen. You're going to hear all of it. Don't buy into any of it until we see it happen. You can talk about it, of course. I'm going to too. But don't get your emotions wrapped up. Don't get frustrated. We're on the upward swing. Joe Douglas cleaned out 99% of the bull crap that McCagnon brought in. The only one really left is the C.J. Mosley contract. Henry Anderson will deal with this year. But everything else is gone. He took care of all of it. We're clean. We're ready to go. Take comfort. We're looking good. Go Jets.